Hello everyone, welcome to another video on the channel and welcome to another GT Sport FIA Manufacturers 2020 Series Quickfire Strategy Guide. It's time for round 8, we're in Group 4 Machinery and we are going to Fuji International Speedway, and that is the short version without the chicane, which in my opinion is the better version of the track. We have 13 laps to negotiate, we have tyre wear at ×9, fuel consumption at ×3, and if you scroll down to the tyre requirements, we can see that both the medium and the soft, which is the only two compounds available, are both mandatory for this one. So that does take some of the strategy elements out of the race, to be honest with you. It means there's no possibility for a no stop, so it boils down to a one stop versus a two stop. So we're in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. This is my manufacturer, so I thought I'd get some practice in my car whilst I did this video and some testing. This is the one-stop attempt. We've started on the soft tyres and we're coming to the end of their life, that's for sure. It's coming towards the end of lap 6 and we are going to pit here. You can see the tyre wear is pretty severe on that front left. That's despite the fact that we've been trying to take it reasonably easy on the tyres up to this point. You can see quite early on that the tyre wear was a bit of an issue on this car. It is soft tyres at ×9, so it's expected that you're going to see quite a bit of red on the tyres. Into the pits we come. It's a good idea to practice this pit lane and try and avoid hitting that wall. I don't know if it costs you time, but it's a good idea to sort of practice and not hit it. So into the pits we come. We're going to take on a new set of medium tyres, of course both tyres being mandatory. Stationary for 5.4 seconds. Pit time was in at 15.3, and that all comes out at a pit loss of around about 8.6 seconds. So fairly lengthy, given it's only a 13 lap race. Now we did have the fuel on the screen there. You can see there is no fuel issues for this one. We're on to lap 7. We have 8 laps available and we're not going to have to worry about that. So that's certainly one element that you can forget for this one. So we'll just jump all the way forward to the last lap. The medium tyres have held up pretty nicely. I think we kind of got the sweet spot there for changing the tyres on this car anyway. We're first a couple of flying laps on the mediums quicker than what we were able to achieve on the softs. Before we changed. That may well vary from car to car. We'll actually touch on some other types of car a little bit later on in the video. Out the last corner we come here on the medium tyres, just to start finish straight to negotiate. You can see there the fuel, as we sort of mentioned there, 2.5 laps left of fuel as we come to the end of the race. Now Fuji, it can be a bit weird at the beginning where it may make you look like you've got less fuel than you think, but rest assured it will sort itself out as the race goes on. For this race, no car, perhaps with the exception of the Mustang in Group 4, is going to have to worry about fuel, but even that should be fine. Finishing time on the screen there for the one stop, soft to medium, 22 minutes 19 seconds, .2. So the tyre wear is reasonably severe in this one, so I did think it would be astute to give the two stop a little bit of a try. So we're going to double stint the softs and then run the mediums at the end. So we went 5 laps initially on the softs, 6 laps for the second stint, and you join us here on our second lap on the mediums towards the end of the race. So the advantage for this is that you're going to spend more time on a quicker tyre than the one stop, and then when you do change to your mediums at the end, then you're going to be on a quicker tyre than probably anybody else doing the one stop at that point. Even if they are on soft tyres at that point, the degradation should have kicked in quite severely and you should be quicker than them. However, at 8.6 seconds of a pit loss for that additional stop, it's going to be fairly hard to overcome that deficit, just with the sort of fresh grip on the tyres alone. But as we come up to the finish line here, we shall get a little bit of a look at the finishing time and we should be able to see how close we've got. So we come in at 22 minutes 22.6, it's actually 3.4 seconds slower. So definitely it looks like the one stop is the way to go on this one, but there is different types of drivetrains to be considered. I took out the Audi TT. We did 5 laps and the front tyres were pretty much shot by the end of the 5th lap. Incredibly quick over 1 lap, particularly over those first 2 laps, but the tyres were gone by lap 4 or 5. We then took out the McLaren 650S just to sort of get a feel for the MR cars. This car was absolutely beautiful. MR cars going to have absolutely no trouble doing the one stop, and they actually look like, to me, they're in prime position for this race compared to like the FR cars. So let's talk through those strategies, let's talk through some different cars. So MR cars like your Ferrari, McLaren, your Porsche, it's an easy one stop for these cars. Use your brake balance to sort of even that tyre wear out between the fronts and the rears. That'll just keep the car nice and balanced as the tyres wear. After you do about 5 or 6 laps on the soft tyres, you're just going to feel like you're on a set of mediums because you're able to keep that tyre wear even. As I said, easy one stop for the MR cars. If you're starting towards the front, you can sort of pick or choose where you're going to start on soft or mediums. If you're starting towards the rear, you're going to start on the mediums and get them out of the way. I think even an MR car, you could probably do 5 laps in the mediums and then move on to those soft tyres and try and do an 8 lap stint. Might be asking a little bit much, but you are looking to get that undercut if you're starting towards the rear of the grid. Moving on to the FR and the 4-wheel drive cars. FR cars like the Aston Martin that I was driving there, and the Mercedes 4-wheel drive car like the GTR. Very much capable of doing a one stop with a little bit of tyre management. If you're really bad on tyres, the 2-stop is an option, but it's generally a slower strategy. As for the FF cars like the Audi TT, the Pug, RCZ, I would say good luck if you're considering one stop in these. Consider the 2-stop. They are very fast over 1 lap, so you probably can start quite high up in the grid. Maybe do a 2-stop and just try and use that pace. Anyway, that's my thoughts for this one. Hopefully some useful information in there to sort of get you ready for this race tomorrow. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you on the next one. Goodbye now.